This is Michel Duran, farmer of France. And he lives in this village, a small and quiet place. It is in the south-central part of France, between the Auvergne and Limousin provinces. It is a region that clings to its old ways. A castle is in the village, and when you look at it, you see the past, a history that began long ago. The first settlers drew on the walls of caves not far from the town. Cavemen were first to set foot on these lands. One of their footprints is believed to be 15,000 years old. Once it was in mud. Now it's turned to stone. Long after the cavemen came the Gauls, the Frenchmen's ancestors. They were defeated in battle, their land taken by Julius Caesar and his Roman legions. They lived under the Romans for many years, and their language comes from the Latin. Rome fell, the Romans left, and castles were built in the Middle Ages and later during the Renaissance. The village began centuries ago, clustered around the castle for protection. The count owned the castle and all the lands around. And the village was made up of the homes of the serfs who served the count. The serfs' homes are now farmers' houses, farmers that own their own land. Most tourists don't see what you are going to see, an age-old, very traditional rural way of life. It is different from farm life in the United States, since all the farmhouses are grouped together in a town. It is tiny, but called a main village because it has a church, a school, and a telephone. People from even smaller villages send their children here to school, come to attend church, make their occasional phone call. There are no stores in town. It's too small for that. Almost everything needed is made in the farmhouse. Next to the house is a barn and a stable. And the water comes from a well. The center of the kitchen is an open fire. The stove, a simple pot hanging over the flames. Madame Duran, the farm wife, does her baking outdoors in a special oven. These rich loaves will last the family until baking day next week. Monsieur Duran is called Papa in this family, and he is coming back from one of his fields with his son André. Most of the people use oxen or cows for pulling loads and for plowing. They grow crops and they raise animals, which are sold at a nearby fair. But right now, meet one of the neighbors, Monsieur Valentin. He'll be going to the animal fair tomorrow, but first, he'll get ready. This is how the animals are sold. It's very simple. Everyone goes to the fair, which is a market day held once a month in a larger town. Here they meet the buyers, then they bargain to sell their livestock. The people of this area, the Auvergne, are known as very shrewd bargainers. Monsieur Valentin.
Combien?
How much?
100 000.
500 francs.
Mais non, vous croyez que vous ramenez la lune?
Ah, that is too much. Do you think you are selling the moon? But now the third man tells Valentin, that is a beautiful animal. Now the buyer is afraid of losing the calf, so he quickly steps in and accepts.
Allez, j'accepte.
But it turns out that the third man and Valentin are cousins. There's another important man here, the one who sells tractors. Very much to own one, because it could ease the work and improve food production. When a neighbor gets one and grows more. Gives it to her son, André. Not interested in the message, but in the pictures of Paris. André's been thinking of going to Paris to live, but the family doesn't want him to break the family tradition and leave the land.
Papa te veut.
Oui, j'y vais.
Monsieur Duran was not the first to own this potato field. Before, it was his father's and his father's father, as far back as people remember. But now the young people are leaving the farms to live and work in the cities. You will understand this because it began to happen in America many years ago. André is finding it difficult to decide between the new agricultural school near here or working in Paris. The family wants André to continue in their tradition and go to agricultural school if he wishes, but stay on the land. But André's decision is to leave, and he's packed for the trip to Paris to try and see how he likes it. It is beautiful here, one of the most beautiful parts of France. André used to look after the sheep when he was small. And it's hard to leave the place you have known all your life. He writes from Paris. There are many things that are new for him. Life is much more modern. He likes many things better. There is quite a contrast between Paris and these rolling fields. In the countryside, they have fallen behind, especially in... One of the reasons they have fallen behind is the custom of the separation of the fields. All live together in one town with the fields clustered around. Partly through the fault of some old laws and partly through tradition, it is typically French that a farmer's fields be separated by other farmers' land. Duran's fields. He has one on the hillside for grapes, another for potatoes, still another where he grows lettuce. Not enough land in any one place to make a tractor economical. Now the government is encouraging them to try and own their fields in one place, the way farmers do. If they do this, they can modernize with machinery and also specialize. These countries and tractors can help them do it. They must, to match a modern economy,